Hey, how's it going everyone? This is YLAM here. In today's Fuji Friday, I got two news items to discuss, so let's go ahead and get right into it. The first one is we just got a whole bunch of firmware updates for a lot of different camera bodies, so I'm just going to post it up on the screen here. If you own one of these camera bodies, definitely check out the firmware updates because you might want to update to them. The reason why I say you might want to update to them is because a lot of these are minor, which means they fix problems, but they don't really tell you what problems they fixed, which means if your camera is working perfectly fine and if you never had any problems with the camera, I consider those firmware updates a little bit optional. The only ones that aren't optional, in my opinion, are the ones in which you actually get enhancements. So there's improvements to the actual features that you have for that camera body. So one specific one that I do want to discuss is the features that are coming for the X-T3 with the 3.10 update. It says it gives you gimbal support, which is really cool, but unfortunately, even if you read the features and also all of the firmware notes, it doesn't tell you what gimbal it's actually supporting. I'm going to go ahead and assume that the DJI gimbal is going to be supported because they talked about actually supporting this specific model in several other talking points that they've had before. So I'm definitely going to test that out this weekend with the X-T3. I truly hope that they actually add this to the X-T30 because right now it doesn't have USB support for the X-T30. I certainly hope that they add that in a firmware update for the X-T30 because that is a really great camera for a gimbal system because it's much lighter, which means it's easier to handle, which means you can actually do more gimbal work with it. So hopefully it'll be coming to the X-T30 sometime soon, but I'm definitely excited to try it out for the X-T3, and I certainly hope that it supports the DJI gimbals because it is definitely one of the popular brands when it comes to gimbals. So I'll definitely try to have that video out sometime next week with the X-T3 and this particular gimbal. The next item to discuss is that apparently on January 17th, so 2020, there's going to be some more announcements about a new camera body. We don't really know what camera body it is, but based on the timing and also the lack of rumors, it's probably not one of the mainstream cameras because when those type of cameras drop, we usually get a ton of more rumors about it before the announcements because they're very popular cameras and it's really hard to actually keep those type of cameras a secret. So it's probably one of the E-series cameras or several other camera types that are really out there because we know Fujifilm has a bunch of camera bodies that they like to throw out each year. But it is going to make January a little bit more of an excited month because usually January is pretty dead because it's right after the holiday season, but there seems to be quite a lot of announcements Fujifilm's going to be making. But really, that's all there is to talk about this week. Definitely check out the firmware, and hopefully in January we get some new exciting equipment that we can talk about. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next video.